Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by BB. There is no second best live YouTube stream to talk about the markets. Welcome back, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy FOMC day to those who celebrate. Is this going to be another one of those days where we just don't want to pay attention? Or is it actually worth paying attention to FOMC today? We'll discuss that and much, much more on today's episode. But first, I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy, joined by Tucker and, of course, Max. Gonna have a great show for you all today. But before we can start talking, not just about FOMC, right? Because that's not why you guys are here. Before we can talk about all risk assets, the implications of today, and really everything else that's piquing our interest at the moment, gonna need you guys to hit the like button. Now, the last time we were live on Monday, we were slacking a little bit, and I'll give you guys, I'll cut you guys some slack because it's a Monday. I'm usually very tired on Mondays too, but it's Wednesday today. Let's run up the like button. Otherwise, we might be looking at farmland futures, and I can't promise that you're gonna enjoy that, but I can promise you that those charts look bullish. So I guess it's kind of like you get to make your decision. But we appreciate it when you guys hit the like button, as always. Help us continue to improve our channel's outreach and reach more and more people. Oh my God, Tucker.
Tucker, what is
sorry. I swear to God, I'm not the one controlling the chart this morning.
Sorry. But, I didn't want to cut off Tommy, but dude, I need you to just like explain what you're doing right now.
That's my explanation, bro. It's right here.
I'm having a panic attack. I don't know what to do.
Dude, it's like that Family Guy meme where he's like, who the fuck starts a conversation like that?
just a fractal show.
Yeah, dude, who starts a show like that? I mean, come on. It's insane.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway, sorry about that, guys.
A little ahead of ourselves there.
Anyway, we have
hang on. I'm so sorry, Tommy. I need to get to the bottom of this really quickly. Tucker, are you filling out a form or what's happening? Is this a form or no?
No, it's not a form. It's not a. I could fill out a form, but you know, my form. I mean, this was really the form that I wanted to fill out, and we didn't quite get there, which is unfortunate. But if I had to fill out another form, it'd be something like that, you know. But
you like 4-4 as your TP?
Oh, that's pretty arbitrary. Let's say 4-9. There you go.
Tucker, you're sick, man. You seriously you're a sick man. I mean, come on here. We're 3 minutes into the show and show something like that. You know, I'd expect that from Tommy, but not you. You know,
I had to.
You know that Tommy's sick.
I know.
We've lost him. He's gone.
Oh, Jackass! Look at Jackass's panic profile.
Oh God.
I need to hear from Jackass a little bit today. I need an explanation for this sell-off, man. I can't
join in, and I see fractals to 25K.
Or beyond my fractal chud, Jackass. Let me fractal chud. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's literally like no real Robini.
Yeah.
Thing about Bitcoin at the bottom, man.
Yes. I don't know.
But I did want to mention, I think FOMC today is actually going to be worth paying attention to for once. Usually I'd say you just ignore it, but I think looking at yield charts kind of seems to me a little bit like we might get some rhetoric about not cuts. I don't even want to say hikes.
Tell me,
I mean, do you realize what Trump would do to Powell if he hiked today? Like, I actually think we would see like a president. Like,
I don't think he's going to hike today.
I might see like a
Jake Paul offer to fight Jerome Powell. Like, it would be.
We might
if
see like
hike today, man. It would be. There's no way, right? That's impossible.
I don't think he's going to hike today, but at the very least, I think we're going to get like some dot plot guidance that is probably not favorable for rate cuts.
This is
so you're thinking maybe dot plot guidance for the remainder of this year that suggests maybe we don't have as many cuts coming as we thought?
Yeah, I mean, the yield chart, like 10-year, obviously looks, it's coiling, but it's really when I look at TLT. TLT looks ready to drop pretty substantially. It's a euthanasia coaster by the looks of it to me. And if TLT is going to maybe make a big move down, like the implications of that are the yields are about to spike. So we have FOMC. They're going to talk about yields. I'm putting 2 and 2 together, but I don't really have like an opinion on anything else that's going to happen necessarily. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of the normal, like nothing burger rhetoric that comes from Powell. But yeah, I kind of get the feeling that we're going to see yields move a bit higher from here.
Tommy, this is Powell's second to last FOMC ever. I mean, it's kind of the end of an era,
He could do something really funny on the way out. That's not the thesis, but like he could.
He has a moment here where he can do just the funniest thing. I don't know what that is.
You know what? He's a man of legacy. He doesn't want to be remembered for doing something. He doesn't want a prank on the way out. What he wants is he saved the economy in 2022, 2023, and the next guy's going to come into office and mess it all up, but he did a great job.
Yeah, I don't know if he really wants to rock the boat, but he has a great opportunity if he wants.
He does. He really has a good opportunity. You're right about that.
Yeah. Yeah, his last one is April 29th, I believe.
So what would be like the opportunity, Tucker? Like, what if you were Powell and you were like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Like, what would it be?
Surprise 75 basis point hike.
Dude, I was gonna say he just has his wife buy billions in puts and then he hikes by 100 bits,
Just go to jail. Yeah. His wife buy a bunch of QQQ puts, hike by 500 bips.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at the April meeting and he's at least gonna say something that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't think we'll get anything crazy today. Maybe we will, like Tommy said, but
I don't know if it'll happen today. I just think the charts are pointing towards yields going up.
I mean, this is the 10-year chart, I mean, it's kind of hard to get a read, there hasn't been a ton of signal in this up Bitcoin down type of thing, recently, but
it's like I look at TLT and do I really think TLT is about to go up?
I can draw the Chud Jack bull flag, I can do it. It's possible. And then I can take our target at 8.8%.
Paul today.
Fuck your fucking options. Fuck your fucking zero DTE calls. Fuck the economy. Fuck inflation. Fuck your soft landing. I am sick of this shit. Fuck Wall Street. Fuck you all. I'm fucking out.
Something like that. Last meeting.
That's real. That's going to be Jerome Powell today.
I'm going to need Louis to come on here and explain how this is possible because I know he's a classical chartist enjoyer.
I think this is going to. I think this is going to happen, but you're gonna first get a breakdown to 3%, and then you're gonna see 5.5 to 6.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. One of those. I mean, this is insanity. Jesus. I don't know. We just have a super clear trend shift, high time frame,
Yeah.
So, but it does look like it might need it kind of looks like the S&P 500 before it kind of and then that'll probably end up happening. But
Which situation do you have in mind with SPX?
Just this kind of like most recent little rounding top type thing where
I
it just
see, I
kinda,
see, I see.
you know. Not identical, but just how it kind of ran out of steam a little bit. Also, what is gonna happen here, man? This is quite interesting. It needs to bounce here in a big way. Because what is this?
That looks very daunting. I don't know if I've ever seen a U-turn that was like so perfect.
I know.
I mean, it looks like an artist, like a calligraphy artist, just like stenciled it on there perfectly. You know?
Yeah.
The artist is the president of the United States.
Yeah.
For real this time.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is getting pretty funny how rounded it's becoming.
Mm-hmm. And the downtrend too. It's just like.
By the way, one interesting thought or information regarding Powell. Do you guys know that he stopped wearing different ties of color? he used to have like blue and red and purple, and whenever he would read the red one, market would be nuking, and whenever the blue one, market would be going up. So instead he noticed that, and he started to just wear a purple tie at all meetings.
Smart man.
But imagine if he comes in with red today.
God, dude. I mean, he does have the opportunity. I'm not gonna like predict that he's gonna try to deliberately screw over Trump, but like, if that ended up being the outcome, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like,
I still say that Powell, like, there is so much recency bias regarding Powell thinking he had a good term. He didn't. I think he will want to keep, like, he got very lucky by people persevering him as like really good chair, and I think he will want to keep it. So I don't think he's gonna do anything stupid or out of the ordinary. I don't think he's going to cut nor hike anymore. Last two meetings in front of him, he'll want to play the school and just put it in his CV and be like, yeah, I did a great job.
play it cool. Just tap it in. Tap it in.
That's all he's got to do.
But it reminds me of the eternal question. Will you have peace or will you have war? From The Hobbit.
Yes.
I will have war.
Epic series.
Yeah. Or Cersei Lannister. I choose violence.
I choose violence. Yeah.
God, that just brought me back to like a great era of my life, watching Game of Thrones.
Same, dude. I mean, did you guys watch the most recent
Yeah.
what was it? Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Night of the Seven
I've been trying to watch it and my wife keeps falling asleep, so the answer is no.
That's so real.
I had literally the same thing. So I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it straight. Everything.
Yes, bro. When they fall asleep, you just keep watching, and then when they wake up, you just tell them to catch up.
Dude, the amount of times,
both times.
I was like,
the amount of times I've been watching a show with my wife, and she's just like 3 minutes in, just passed out.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Like barely make it. You know, it's
I don't know
insane.
why. It's like their attention span.
And they're the one that suggested it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were the ones that suggested it.
The craziest part is that, like, as far as I know, Tommy, your wife is not pregnant.
No.
But like, I can
As far as
understand it was mine, right? I can understand it was mine because she's like very tired, not feeling well, you know, not having enough sleep. So I'm like, okay, I get it. But it's insane to me how it's literally the same across the globe. Like, it doesn't matter if he's from Czech or from US, they all fall asleep watching a show.
Without fail.
Oh, man.
Look at this.
And then I went outside in the living room and was watching Real Madrid highlights.
Yes.
He
Yes.
made this. Can you imagine if he came out wearing this?
He
Oh
came
my
out with the Novigrats.
Dude, we would go to zero like that, dude.
Did you guys read the Vanity Fair article yesterday?
I didn't read it. I just saw that picture.
No, I didn't read it.
Oh, it was so bad. Mike Novogratz was the most normal person in that feature, if that tells you anything. The billionaire with a doomsday bunker was the most normal person in that article.
Dude, they all have bunkers, man. All of them.
I remember the good old days of Game of Thrones, Tucker. I remember how we I really enjoyed that it wasn't released all at once.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that 1 week break, and then everyone was discussing like what happened, what was going to happen. It was fun.
Yeah, we have a group chat from high school that still exists that it was like a Game of Thrones thing, and like we would all get together every week and watch it, and we'd turn our phones off and put them in the other room, you know, and like lock in. Yeah.
Fucking yeah. And the day when it came out, to like not see the spoilers or anywhere on YouTube when you watched something or read something.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was like if somebody missed it, you know, like it was like we will talk about it. You need to stay away from us. Like we will talk.
Yeah.
About it. You don't
Yeah.
have a choice. Like
Exactly.
I went to the Peaky Blinders movie actually like 2 days ago.
was
Great.
that good or
I
no?
enjoyed it. What?
Was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but they are like very specific about like in the beginning they're like don't spoil it for other people before it goes to Netflix.
Mhm.
Oh, is it not? It's only in theaters right now or something?
Yeah. It really gave me vibes of the first season of Peaky Blinders, man.
The best.
So while I really like the show, one thing I don't like is that, and I think it's like problem of the entire industry, is that there's only 6 freaking episodes, and they are only 30 minutes long, and then you gotta wait like probably the next 2 years before the next one, and that's just like I really enjoyed it, but you know, back in the day you would get 6 episodes, and then you know, or back in the day you would get 20 episodes a season, and you would get it every single season, and it would be an hour long. And now you're getting like, yeah, it's just too little. Like it's really good, but it's too little. You know, this needs to be released. If this is going to be the format, it needs to get released twice a year, the 6 episodes.
Yeah. Is it like I don't know what it would be because like it feels like the industry has gotten lazy, right? Because they're just making less, you know, volume of content, right? In that season you mentioned, but they shouldn't be because they're all about to be replaced, you know. So I don't know what they're thinking over there, but
Indeed. Yeah, no, I think this is a great example. Like imagine someone using AI to generate so much of content from Game of Thrones. Like if it's actually good, obviously. You know, if it's crap, then you know, get out of here. But
I know. I feel like you could make 4 more episodes to make it a 10-episode season with AI in like a week or 2.
yeah, I cannot wait for it because there is so much content from like Game of Thrones, from like, you know, The Witcher and Lord of the Rings, like that whole world. I can totally imagine being a happy consumer of all that content. But there is,
if you like gave the AI all the like had it look up all the lore, you know, and we're like,
yeah,
make 3 more episodes or whatever.
Make
Yeah.
no mistakes. Make a perfectly lore accurate rendition of or a sequel, but make no mistakes.
Make no mistakes. Yeah.
but I don't think that AI will be like, or it will be making whole movies, but I don't think they'll be that enjoyable. But I think like movie makers will be using AI to be more efficient, to be more quick in delivering these. And that, because when you think about how the film industry has moved, it like, back in the day it used to, or like, you started with like black and white screens, and then it was colorful, and then sound and so forth. Sorry, sound was first, but doesn't matter. But like then you started to use figures at the background, right? And then you started to use CGI, right? That was like suddenly you started to use just a green screen behind, and that got really good, and it made it more efficient. And I think that's going to be the way with AI. They're going to use it for lots of stuff to make it quicker and cheaper. But I don't think that movie makers will simply replace it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be the same thing either with writers. And I would assume that would be like the first thing that you would think AI is going to replace them, right? Like the writers. But when you think about it, what AI does is that it takes the sum of the average pretty much. And when you read most of the stuff from AI, it's pretty mediocre. And so you cannot be creating a content that the AI is going to take and then create a mediocre content of that and then mediocre content of that, right? I think what you will still need is, I think you'll still need good writers, but they might use AI for inspiration, right? Like, hey, give me an idea of a name, maybe. I don't know, but I suppose, and I'm really like thinking out, don't take me for a word, I'm just thinking out loud. But yeah, I think there will be some part of the industry where it really produces like a second screen content, like Netflix is about to do for all the TikTokers, right? You'll be scrolling your phone and having a movie at the background from AI, probably like that. But then I think there'll be the part of the audience that requires or demands quality content. And I think writers and movie makers will still be needed for it. And I think it could help them deliver quality.
Yeah. Because you can't just have anyone writing a script and putting it in AI and churning out content, like it's not good enough yet to where you can, like, at some point you'll probably be able to get away with that, but like it's not good enough to like actually make it good if your input is not good.
Here's the thing, man, is I hate reading AI stuff. I hate listening to AI stuff.
Yeah.
I can smell it from a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody sends me some like write up and I get a whiff that AI did it, I stop reading immediately. Like, I hate it. It drives me crazy. I'd rather have short, sloppy, concise, but from a human brain than like perfectly articulated and with so much detail from AI. I think AI is great for coding and stuff like that. That I don't care if it comes from a human or not. I just want it to work. But like communication, don't you dare communicate with me through AI. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I hate it, man. It drives me nuts. I don't think AI is gonna replace. They will try. I don't think it will work. I think that they're gonna try to replace like humans and script writing and all this stuff. And it's gonna people are gonna feel it, man. That there is something innate about like human communication, and films and TV shows is a form of communication. Like it's a signal, right? You're communicating not directly with that person you're watching it, but it's a form of communicating a message. If it's coming from AI, people are gonna sniff it out from a mile away. It's gonna feel off. It's not gonna work. They're gonna reject it. Okay, they're going to reject it. I think they're going to try. I think it's going to fail. Then they're going to go back to humans. I'm telling you. Intelligence is cheap. Like, this stuff is cheap now, man. Like, you can spend $200 a month and like have access to everything known to man, like in your pocket. Intelligence is very cheap. What is not cheap is like human emotion personality, all of the kind of intangible things, right? That is not cheap. That's actually very rare. That's going to become in high demand. And that's why we're always going to be on here, right? Like, you guys would rather listen to us yap and talk and laugh and have fun than just like go on Claude and be like, hey, like, talk to me about the market. Like, you don't want to do that. There's voice commands on Claude and Chat GPT. There's a reason you're on here hanging out with us, because you want that human connection at the end of the day, you know? That's the difference.
I think so. I was thinking about it, and like, I can imagine a restaurant that's totally driven by like a robot AI, right? It delivers the drinks and all of that. But I think, and I mean, it's gonna serve in some restaurants, and sometimes you might, if you just want to grab a quick coffee and not really meddle on the day with anyone, you will go to that robot AI restaurant. You will do that, but in many cases, you will exactly crave that human connection, even if it's not always as pleasant. And people will choose to communicate with a human, in my opinion, in most cases.
100%.
It's kind of like customer service over the phone, man. I feel like that's like the best way to kind of represent it. You know, maybe it's probably cheaper, maybe even more efficient for some of these companies to do that. But at the end of the day, when have you ever had customer service through like an automated machine that satisfied you? Maybe like once in your lifetime. So,
you know what I always like nowadays when I have to call, some of these companies, right, like a mall or something, when I, have to deal with something, and they always, most of them have AI robot, right? Nowadays, you call there and it's like, "Hello, I am your, digital friend, Kate. Please tell me what's your issue."
I'm your digital friend.
and it's like, like, I can imagine that a company, and as you said, it's way more efficient, all of that. But I almost always tell the bot immediately, direct me straight to the human.
Yeah, I do that too.
Same.
I do that too. I just go representative on repeat until they listen.
Yeah. And
you can just hit 0. I just spam the 0 button until it gives me a human.
Does that work? Is that a hack?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can imagine, like, when it needs all your details, right? Like when you call there and you can like say, you're gonna identify yourself on that call. Like, I can imagine AI doing that, right? Like, you don't need a second person there doing that. You can quickly describe like what's your problem, but then I want to be connected to a human immediately.
Grok, connect me to a human. Make no mistakes. I do like the cat AI videos, though. Those can stay.
All right. We should probably talk a little bit about the market, even though it is FOMC day.
What if Paul is AI?
Dude, it's over.
You want to talk about the market, man?
Yeah, I mean,
What?
As a wise man once said,
we can talk about the market.
Dude, I always wonder, you know what's so funny about you, Brad Morrison? One, thanks for always being here. But two, there was a kid that I kind of went to high school around that has the same name as you and looks a lot like the picture that you have on your YouTube profile picture. I know you're not the same dude, because you would have, if you were him, you would have texted me and been like, dude, I watched your show. But it's just funny that you guys look alike and have the same name. It's really funny to me. And I always see you in here and I'm like, there's no way it's that. There's no way it's Brad. There's no way.
Maybe it's an AI version of your friend.
I would say we were more like, so we didn't go to the same school. I played hockey with a bunch of kids that went to his school, and like we would then have some overlap once in a while. But like I know him well enough. Like if I saw him, I would for sure stop and be like, "Oh, what's up? What up, Brad?" But it's not you. You just look like him. Maybe I'll have him on the show one day. He'll be super confused. And he'll be like, I'll see, I told you. I told you Brad Morrison, 7542. Anyways, so Tucker just put this on the chart and then left. Let me get that straight.
Oh.
How do I make sense of this?
Is this AI generated?
You know what would be kind of shitty about this? One, the industry would be cooked for years, but two, I actually feel like we'd make a lot of money on this, and it'd be kind of
Oh my god,
fun.
that's on Soul.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
You know, it's one of those things where you'd have to be okay dealing with like 3 years of BS, but if you could survive it, the comeback, the resurrection of the industry would be awesome. I don't know if I really think that's going to happen, man. I mean, I think it's easy. It's easy to look at like.
I have to stop you right there. There is no coming back from this. Like, give up hope. If this happens,
So, man who had
Soul
thought
is
he
not
lost
coming
all
back.
hope, lost the last little shred of hope. He didn't even know he had.
Yeah. No, if this happens, Soul's never coming back, and the same thing is for Bitcoin. Honestly,
I think Bitcoin could come back, but I do think Soul would be dead.
Mhm.
I don't think BTC is really coming back from like.
Tucker, how did you just like
20K?
put that on the chart and then leave?
Sorry, my cat. There was a cat outside the window, and my other
Now he's
cat.
gonna blame it on the cat.
My other cat was like, "Screw it, you guys were."
Dude, that's like the dog ate my homework excuse from you.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
There's always a cat issue, you know. Drop some
I'll
bear
get it.
porn on your chart and then just
I'll
leave.
get it.
Sorry,
That's like
it was
me.
my cat.
That's like me saying I don't have a fractal in my object tree when I definitely do.
The time
Tommy,
yeah.
he confesses. There it is.
I don't have
So-
what he just put on there. I am being honest though. Like I didn't have that in my object tree.
So,
But,
Tommy, quick question for you. Do you have any fractals in your object tree right now?
None that you would want to see.
Oh, no. That's where you're wrong. I want to see it.
No.
Yeah,
I
Tommy,
wanna
we
see it.
haven't seen your object
They're
tree.
gonna
publicly.
stay in
I
the
want to see Dow Jones fractals
No.
from the mid to late 80s into the 90s and early 2000s overlaid on all of my favorite digital assets is what I want to see. And I know you have them.
That specifically, no, I don't have.
Dude, come on. What if I said Bitcoin never goes below 70 again? How would you guys feel about that?
I'd bet you a steak dinner.
Dude.
It's also like we're 1K away.
Yeah. Like
So
I said,
I
tight
can-
RR, fill out the form.
Tommy, would you bet a mistake dinner?
I mean, I would, but like that just doesn't really seem like a very fair bet. We're literally 1K.
Yeah.
We could whipsaw to 70K today.
Tommy, just take the
Clearly, you don't know these markets like I do because that would never happen. We would never whipsaw 1K down on Bitcoin, man. That's in this new regime that's mathematically impossible.
on FOMC day. No.
Yeah, we would never do that. And see, here's the thing. Also, I'm going to bring this back to the AI discussion. You can't bet AI a steak dinner. You can't. And that's the difference right there. Men
feel like
love to bet steak dinners with each other. That shit's important to us for some reason we can't explain.
Guys,
it's bad karma for me to make that bet, so I'm not going to.
Guys, speaking of bet, I have to open up this topic. Polymarket and Kalshi have grown absolutely huge in US. Their numbers are just exponential year after year. It's now being discussed by lots of influential people. Shield. We know it's a gambling. It's a straight up gambling in most cases. But it's not treated as one. Anyone can have access to it. There's lots of politicians involved. How do you think this whole thing goes on?
What do you mean?
If the right people are making money, it will survive and continue to grow. If the right people got their seed rounds early enough, there will be no problems.
I'm pretty sure the the Polymarket CEO is on the new like board for the CTFC. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that prediction markets will keep growing, but realistically, it's pretty likely we get some regulation at some point. Maybe not during this administration, but during the next. I imagine we're going to have guardrails put on, specifically like insider trading.
Insider trading stuff is a problem on prediction markets because there's some markets that are really stupid and garner volume because somebody's famous. Like that's a real problem.
I saw a video and there was a bet on some politician from US making comments, and the bet was if she makes the whole speech under 65 minutes or above 65 minutes. And she literally closed it like a few seconds before 65 minutes. And it was obvious she was watching her watches.
Yeah. That's wild. It's a really big problem.
Yeah.
I mean, people even comment on it. Like people that the markets are made about have commented on it like during a show and stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, though, is like I don't even think some of them are insider trading. I think they're more like amused by it because it's like a power trip. If people were gambling on the length of a market check or like what time we'd start the show, we would be watching that shit cracking up, watching people place bets on how late we'd be to start market check. We wouldn't do any of the insider trading shit. Of course, I'm just saying it would be so funny if people were actually betting on that. We would be laughing. Because people are degenerates. Why gamble on all this stupid shit? But they do.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I do think like prediction markets are a pretty like exotic way of hedging out different risks. Like I'm a fan of that angle of prediction markets. I've kind of talked about that before. I don't really know like how in depth that can get, but yeah, I'm kind of, to be honest, like to answer your question, Jackus, I'm kind of intrigued to see how the market ends up expanding because I don't think that it's going anywhere. I think it'll become less of like a Wild West. And I do think that it will have some real world utility beyond just like gambling.
But Tommy, you can bet on Bitcoin 5-minute candles, bro. 5 minutes up or down.
What I will also add is that Polymarket's biggest competitor might also be, it's not Kalshi. It might be Hyperliquid. Because I don't know if you guys saw the news today about Hyperliquid, but they're going to be launching like the first official SPX perpetual futures contract. And they're doing it with the help of, I believe, like the Dow Jones or something like that. So there's a bridge now for TradFi liquidity to end up on Hyperliquid, or at the very least, like that bridge is in the works. And the next step for Hyperliquid is going to be prediction markets. So, it's kind of interesting how you have these exchanges like a Robinhood, Coinbase, Hyperliquid. They're all trying to like do as many different things as possible. But Hyperliquid to me is probably shipping it the best. Robinhood, I felt like maybe it was doing it for a bit, but I think they maybe plateaued a bit. Over the last like 6 months from an innovation standpoint. They don't have perps yet. Doesn't seem like they want to go that route. It seems like they're more focused on options trading. But yeah, I mean, I think Hyperliquid at this point is like, it might be Polymarket's biggest competitor, or they might partner with Polymarket in some capacity. I guess
they should. And Polymarket actually kind of needs that because like Kalshi's doing like 100 million a month and Polymarket's doing like 4 million. There is a giant gap between those two, right? Solely because Kalshi is centralized and you can bet everything on the app, rather like Polymarket, you can't really bet everything on the iOS app. And so, yeah, I mean, Polymarket's kind of at risk of all these centralized players just stealing their gambit, their model. With the volume, like,
To add to that, not sure if you guys noticed, but Donald Trump Jr. was shilling Aster today. Yeah, literally.
It's insane.
I have a lot of thoughts about that.
You can add your thoughts if you want to that.
No, I don't have anything nice to say. I'm just not going to say it.
And the second thing that Kraken is actually already doing that. They had the approval by Federal Reserve recently, to become a first crypto bank, pretty much with having a direct institutional rails, and they are opening up a perpetual stocks trading, like 24/7. The first one.
I saw Kraken was delaying their IPO now
I did see that.
due to poor market conditions.
It's so funny. It's like we want to max extract at better prices.
Thank you for the honesty.
That's what the OpenSea people did the other day too. They were supposed to launch a token or something, and they didn't.
And then they were in the Vanity Fair article, dude.
Yeah,
so funny.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I really like Kraken. Actually, I think they are.
Yeah,
I like they are honest to a lot. That they do have the proof of reserves. They have the higher reserves than what they should actually hold. Pretty nice platform. Not much drama around them, which I like too.
Yeah, I'm a Kraken fan.
If you could pick a stock between Kraken and Coinbase, which one would you pick?
Not Coinbase.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, I know he's probably not gonna pick Kraken, but definitely hate on Coinbase.
Gemini.
I'd pick Hyperliquid over both.
Gemini has about $200 of liquidity.
I know.
In total on all pairs.
They have a stock now, though. It's like Gemini Moonbase or something. Yeah, GEMI Space Station. Sorry, space.
Do you think there's ever going to be an equity ticker that's JEET?
Yeah, probably.
Someone will do it, right? It's going to be like some short Bitcoin product that comes out, and the ticker will be JEET.
Yes.
Someone's probably creating it as we speak.
Circle's still going up, man. Jeez.
Well, what I will say is that it's pretty clear there's a lot of appetite for the stablecoin trade.
Yeah.
I don't think that narrative's going anywhere. I think you're seeing that with the strength in Sky as well, formerly known as Maker.
Yeah.
Can you pair chart ETH against Circle or Circle against ETH? Look at you just moving the. Looks like my 3-year-old wrote that.
EP1. Do what?
Circle paired against ETH. Oh man.
Oh,
we just stay cucked against everything.
The gap up.
Look at that. Fill the gap though. Come on, ETH. Fill the gap.
I wonder if there was something.
ETH added so much OI this week. It's pretty funny. It's like I think there was a 25 to 30% increase in total OI in a single day.
Longs or shorts, Tommy?
Probably just people openly interested in trading.
I know. How's the Magnificent 7 looking today? Anybody got eyes on it?
It's just kind of flat.
Dude, why is Microsoft the one that's just been getting destroyed?
Because it's software. Jason.
Yeah, but so is Nvidia.
I think it's unjustified, and I think that it's actually at a great discount. But yeah, it's getting destroyed because it's software simply. But whenever you have a good company that's getting destroyed because of some sentiment, it's a great buy. Like Nvidia in 2022, there was a bear market, got destroyed.
Tucker's like, my book is software.
What is the deal with what is the deal with Nvidia's structure? I don't even know what to make of it at this point.
I think they're probably just making a killing selling options for it.
They must be, bro. They're literally selling options.
So they're just selling options and everybody's losing money because nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would bet I really think this is about to like see a really big move.
To the upside.
I just can't imagine that range is continuing for much longer.
To the upside, right?
Right?
Right.
God.
I mean, like the worst looking chart in the Mag 7 is probably Tesla, though. Worst looking chart, worst looking fundamentals.
I don't know short term though. Like
that's like the slow bleed of death.
I know, but it feels like they're gonna people are probably shorting right here and they're just gonna nuke them, and I don't think it's just gonna fall off a cliff quite yet.
Invert the chart.
Oh damn it.
I want to see something.
It kind of feels like it might just take some of these people out first.
Not that big of a deal.
Put in a little shoulder.
Tesla's still a $1.5 trillion company, and I feel like I don't hear anybody talk about Tesla's positively anymore. I mean, it's not going well. I have to imagine they're trying to shift their business to a completely different vertical.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy has a Tesla. He enjoys it.
I'm not saying you can't enjoy driving a Tesla, but I don't. Back in 2021, like you almost drove a Tesla because it was really trendy to do so.
Yeah. Have you ridden in one, Tommy?
Oh yeah. I feel like most Ubers anymore are driving Teslas.
But have you ridden in one that's driven by a non-Uber?
Yeah, like a Waymo.
No. Like one of your buddies who just punches it.
Oh no,
dude, they fly. They really do. Like they knock you back in your seat a little bit.
Well, I mean, we really don't have too much like open road that I could air it out on. At least not that I drive on frequently. So
yeah, that's fair.
I guess you have those in Kansas City.
We just go like 10 minutes out into the kind of the country and just send this Tesla, dude.
I actually was looking at a Model 3, like the performance one. They look kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, dude, have they released those like plaid ones yet?
Plaid?
Model S plaid.
Oh yeah, I think those have been out for a while.
Or maybe they were gonna drop some new one that just looks super sick. Max, I see you in more of a Cybertruck kind of guy.
I don't know.
I don't like the Cybertrucks, man.
I'm not a huge fan. It's a bit abstract for me.
Yeah, it is.
That's one way to describe it.
It's a bit abstract. What's their like sports car one though? Because these aren't really. The Roadster, that's it.
I do like the narrative for EVs though.
Yeah.
Dramatically over the next few years, because obviously oil prices I think they're going to remain high personally, basing that off of like nothing but a fractal. I kind of feel like crude oil is just going to hang up here for a bit.
I'm very bullish EVs and very bearish Tesla.
It's just a funny dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still hoping I get to buy Rivian at like $10.
I mean, that thing's pretty nice looking. That's
not bad. But the thing is, and has always been with Tesla, is like, its stock has been just pumped by betting on Elon's hype, basically. Yeah. And they still were not able to deliver any solid numbers. Actually, they've been going down the past 2 years. Nobody from Germany is going to People are not buying anymore. Elon is not as
He doesn't
it's
have
not
as much.
worth it. Yeah, he doesn't have as much social power as he used to, in my opinion. I just
Remember the Elon Doge days? How funny that was.
yeah, that was peak.
I mean,
And
he basically pumped Doge to 50 billion or higher.
Yeah.
And now it's like he tweets about Doge and you get a 1% pump.
He named a government agency Doge, you know.
And it's a lot lower than it was when he did that, man.
And still the Doge chart looks like
he's got no motion.
No
motion.
But I will say, like, Doge is one of the coins that I'm somewhat interested in picking up off the floor someday.
Just not today.
Not today. I think it will have. I'm optimistic that it could have another cycle, but not gonna like guess. You know, it's
the thing is that even if Doge is bottomed, it's still probably going to take lots of time before it like really pumps. Like even if you're gonna look at the either 2022-23 bottom or the ones before, it always has this very, very long range and then does the pump within like 2 weeks.
Yes. I've always kind of likened this chart to like a Microsoft chart in 08. Like busted through the accumulation range, big deviation, and then that was the bottom. But I've seen some rumors from people that think that Doge was like a CIA-driven pump or something like that.
They say that about anything. I mean, Bitcoin was created by Epstein, right? Epstein.
Yeah. I think I was talking to Tucker about this, or somebody. I can't remember. I was like, would it make you more or less bullish if the Epstein stuff about Bitcoin was actually true? And I think for me, it'd almost make it like, to me, that's kind of, oh, you're telling me that elites have viewed Bitcoin as this non-sovereign storage of value for all these years? Doesn't that mean it's doing its job?
Have you seen that show Startup? They like really imply that Satoshi was like the CIA or whatever, like heavily, and that came out like 5 years ago or something.
Basically, anything we can't explain was by CIA. Gotcha.
Yeah. I've read that Bitcoin was like an NSA op.
Or yeah.
I heard that Bitcoin was created by aliens.
No, but they kind of have to put that stuff on TV as like a joke. You know what I mean? They put the truth out there in sci-fi. You know, they really do.
They do.
Because they know you won't believe it. Because it's that wild.
Conspiracy theorists stay winning.
Stay winning. Stay winning, baby. It's over for the non-believers.
I think I saw it basically confirm that they've been altering the weather.
HARP. Study HARP.
I heard about that already like 10 years ago. But its roots or routes go back to like 60s.
Take my advice from
Can we finally get some volatility in equities, man, on the indices? I know individuals are moving. I've been having this conversation with like this one guy, and he's just like, you keep focusing on the indices. I'm like, my analysis is focused on the indices. My positioning is focused on individuals. But when we're talking about market direction, usually we're going to be talking about indices with equities, and they haven't moved. Someday.
What's that like? What's that like? Market maker, whatever model? You know, the ICT boys.
Market maker sell model.
You know what is that thing where it's like, you know, we have this and then like it's like that or whatever.
This
And
looks like
it needs to go negative.
Needs to go. Yeah, maybe just move this down here.
I think the Robinhood chart looks a lot like just speed ran the Cisco bubble.
I'm telling you, ICT has done more damage than he has hoped.
Yeah. I mean, you don't use the Lux Algo ICT concepts indicator, Jackus?
Lux Algo. It's called interbank price delivery algorithm. And FBI agents have been haunting him for saying that name out loud.
I think I will be buying Hood.
This is like the problem with all of these. Of course, there's an algorithm out there, right? Of course, we see highs and lows are getting hunted. But it's not like that everything is completely manipulated at the same time. It's a mixture of the two. There's always going to be some shady things going on, but there's also multiple entities fighting each other. And there is also supply and demand. And in the market, everything meets together. There is some parts of the manipulation, some part of supply and demand, and lots of entities, trying to do their best.
Liquidity, I feel like, market makers have a job, but also liquidity is naturally going to be PvP because we all want it, the position. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's like you said, Jackus. The answer is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think Hood will be a good buy after this. After another leg down, though, it's not really a chart I would buy here. Maybe for a bounce, but kind of broke its trend, in my opinion. I keep hearing Joe brag about his Netflix buys on Spaces. Take with that what you will. Anybody here a Netflix believer? Stock?
I had a buy limit at let me tell you exactly. I had a buy limit at 72.5, and I got absurdly front run.
Yeah.
Damn. I feel like someone, and I was front running the obvious level from 2021, and even that front run got front run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this level.
Jack has got brutally bid mogged.
Bid mogged. Brutally bid mogged.
Bid moxed. I read a post from Wabi the other day, and he was using all that language. I was like, "What is that matrix?"
It just makes me laugh so hard, man. We were joking about it on the show last week.
Yeah. He was like something talking about like how he was Joe Maxing or something, and then he's still gonna mog and stuff like that.
Choosing to end the story with frame mogging and the ASU frat leader though, because the more I learn, it's like the worse it gets. So I've chosen to stop following this stuff.
You actually try to learn that language?
Well, I have learned that some of the new language, but it's just like what we learn about them is like they peaked with the frame mogging, so I don't need to know anymore. ASU frat leader can't do more than three sets of 225.
3?
I know, and he's on gear, so like,
wow.
I've chosen to stop following the story to preserve my opinion of them.
I feel like they just do lateral raises for like 6 hours a day. That's it.
Dude, I love lateral raises, but I mess my elbow up a certain kind of way. I think it's like a tennis elbow.
Yeah.
So now when I do lateral raises, I get brutally elbow mogged.
And you do like front raises or no?
Oh, I love those too. Yeah. I still think if we're talking about like trying to get mass on the shoulders, though, you got to be pressing.
Yeah.
Military press, shoulder press, one of the two. You got to do them.
What are you military pressing these days, Tommy?
I don't know. I actually just started military pressing again for the first time since my injury like 2 weeks ago. So
I'm pretty sure Wabi can military press an obscene amount of weight.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Do you know how I feel when I try to learn that new language?
How do you do, fellow kids?
Don't worry, Jack. You could meme.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old for that anymore. Like I can play games, I can be fun, but that language is beyond me. I mean, listen, second kid is coming up. I can't.
Not gonna have time to be worrying about frame mogging and the likes.
I'll probably let them learn the new ways and teach me.
Jackus, when's the kid expected?
This fall, December.
No.
Yeah. As I was saying, there are decades when nothing happened, and then there is a year where a decade happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's been for me. Yeah, I'm kids maxing.
Yeah.
Max, you're still on a single baby, right?
Single baby.
He started first, but now you're lagging.
I'm getting lapped by Chef. I'm kids. He's kid maxing. I'm just chub jacking kids right now, man. Nothing's happening.
Some people are stacking sats. I'm stacking kids.
Stacking kids.
The best huddle of your life.
I don't know. I'd like to have another one probably soon because my kid now is like, he turns 3 this summer. He's like 2 3/4 right now. So I don't know. It'd be like a 3.5, 4-year age gap, you know? Fine.
Better start banging soon. I mean, the kid's gonna be too old for the other.
Oh, Chef.
You can't.
I mean, listen. You're definitely not ball mogging, so you need to.
No, I'm not ball mogging. I'm not ball mogging.
You need to do it ASAP. The first kid is getting older. You're not growing any new balls. You gotta do it ASAP.
Maybe I could like regrow it somehow, you know? Go to like Tijuana and get some like stem cell something. With experimental surgery, it'll grow back.
I'm sure
you don't want a Tijuana baby. One Bullmax baby is still bigger than all Tijuana babies.
BB is baby maxing.
No, but I think it's, we were discussing this a lot lately. Anyone whom we have asked, that has 2 babies, basically said that they would never go back. Like they are super happy that they have 2. And so we understand it's gonna be big challenge, time-wise, mental-wise. But I think the kids will love it, and we will love it essentially too. And so, Max, definitely go for it.
Jack, how many are you going for?
I want to say that we wanted to stop at 1.
Oh.
Now it's 2. We want to stop there, so no guarantees. But yeah, we definitely
You're gonna have like 8 kids, bro.
Me, 8 kids? No, man.
Yeah. Unless you do something about it, you're gonna have like 8.
I will definitely have to. We will definitely have to be more careful. That's for sure.
Jack, do you know the story of Antonio Cromartie?
No.
Do you, Tucker?
Yeah.
So Antonio Cromartie had he ended up having like 8 kids with 5 or 6 different women in just a few years after entering the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad because he was paying so much in child support that he got a vasectomy. And then he had 3 more kids. And then he had 3 more kids.
I mean, dude, Tyreek Hill is in a worse situation than that. Like, he's got a few with a few different. He's in the same spot, really. And his leg is broken.
To answer that question, yes, we were. Listen, we broken out. Now we are retesting. So again, simple approach. Unless we accept back within the range, then I expect higher up still. Yes.
How selfish to interrupt our personal discussion with a market question. I'm kidding.
I'm selfish.
I'm kidding. That's probably a good spot to wrap the show up, though, I think.
Yes.
Especially as we have FOMC in an hour and 15 minutes. So should be good, guys. Should at the very least provide, I don't know, some volatility. I hope. We can only hope. Maybe Jerome Powell has a surprise in store for us. But regardless, guys, we'll be here tomorrow to discuss it with you. Whatever does or does not happen, Chud Jack mode. Thank you for tuning into Market Check, though, guys. We run this show throughout the week. The exchange is open on the following days: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So like I just said, you can catch us again tomorrow as well as Friday to wrap up your week with coverage on markets. And obviously, we just like to have a lot of fun doing these shows as well, as you can tell. So make sure to tune in if you enjoyed the show. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, also make sure to tune in for Market Talk, hosted by the legendary King Wabi later this afternoon and throughout the week, guys. Those are spaces hosted not just through Wabi's X account, but also through the Because Bitcoin X account. So make sure to stay following and subscribed so you can be notified, not just when we schedule those spaces, but also when we go live. Our typical start time with those, I guess I forgot to mention our typical start time for Market Check, which is right around 11:30 EST for Market Talk. It's right around 3:45-ish EST, so or 3:45 p.m. I got to clarify, I guess, because not everybody here is from America. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to wrap up your day with Wabi over on Market Talk. I'm sure it will be entertaining after FOMC. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you as always, and of course, stay safe.